Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affairs series with Dr. Vivek Rana. Topic for today's discussion is from international relations. There is a significant development from Indian point of view. India has been admitted as an observer in the DCOC. So we'll be decoding what exactly is DCOC or the JADA amendment and what could be the likely themes which can be framed from this section from prelims point of view. So without wasting any time, let's just decode what is Djibouti Code of Conduct, the DCOC. Djibouti Code of Conduct, you have to understand, is mainly directed against the piracy as well as the armed robbery attempts in the Indian Ocean region. It covers the Red Sea, or you could say the Gulf of Oman, Arabian Peninsula, and the islands in the Indian Ocean region. So this topic is, you could say, you have to revise the IR part as well as the geographical locations. Make sure you just go through the main straits located, what are the bodies which are connecting different seas, or you could say the seas. So that the one aspect of it. So originally this was formed in 2009 under the International Maritime Organization, and it was currently the members which are part of it, which are signatory to this Djibouti Code of Conduct are 18. They are more or less the African as well as the Asian countries which are sharing the maritime borders. The important thing which you should know is the Horn of Africa, because this is the region where piracy has been made real menace. We all know the Horn of Africa comprises Djibouti, Eritrea, Somalia, and Ethiopia. And other countries, Maldives, Mauritius, Madagascar, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, are also part of it. There is no need to mug up all 18 members, but at least the Horn of Africa as well as the countries with which India shared close ties have to be memorized. So in 2017, because this DCOC was created mainly to check the piracy and enhance maritime security of the region. In 2017, there was an amendment which is known as the JADA amendment. Under this, the scope of this has been expanded because the blue economy theme is a key feature of most of the countries which have these resources. We all know the 200 nautical miles EEZ theme. So to check the unregulated fishing or mining of the minerals, or you could say that the route can also be used for illegal human trafficking. So to check this, the scope has been expanded. It is now more or less, you could say, also providing the technical as well as security and economic cooperation between the member countries. So this makes, because India too uses this route and the maritime security is in India's interest. So you have to understand, apart from the permanent members, since India has been admitted as observer, you should also know what all are the observers in this grouping. So currently there are 4 or more countries. There is USA, UK, Japan, Norway, and now India has become the 5th country to be getting this observer status. What's the significance of this move? India's strategical footprint in the region would enhance further. It can in a way help in checking China's dominance in the region, which is trying to assert. This is one of the platforms where we could air our grievances as well, even though the ambit remains mainly to check the piracy and the anti-robbery theme. And also make sure you also cover the another projects which are more or less related to the Indian Ocean region, because examiner might try to confuse you with the similar themes, like there could be project Sagarmala, project Mausam, what is Quad. So make sure you also revise the associated themes which are related directly or indirectly, because this one is a specific one to check the maritime piracy, because this in lot of Indian ships in last decade have been victims of this, and then because this Horn of Africa, lot of Somali pirates generally hijack such ships and demand a ransom. Even though the incidents are sporadic, but still we should take concrete measures to check them. We have a considerable naval fleet which are doing a fabulous job, right from the coast guards to the, you could say, the major fast attack crafts, INS, you could say the Kochi, Khambhat, Kalpani. There's a long list. So there's no need to mug up because they are not in news, but at least the UN clause 1982 topic has to be revised apart from these basic the topics of the geographical boundaries which are sharing. And since the prelims is just around the corner, by now you should be very much clear the state of Hormuz, state of Aden, or you could say the Gulf of Oman, and what exactly is the strategic ramification. We did Kra Canal in one of the lectures recently. That's another maritime topic which can be asked, because Strait of Malacca and Kra are another water bodies which have been in news recently. So examiner might try to just frame an easy question on the thing. So this is what we have currently. The India is now signatory to the Djibouti Code of Conduct. Djibouti is an African country after which it has been named, and is now India has finally got observer status. And in couple of years back, when India joined observer in Arctic Council, there was a prelim question that which of the following are member countries. So there is a possibility that whenever India joins such groupings like SCO, Arctic Council, basic question on what exactly is the mandate of that theme, because the DCOC does not clearly highlight that what theme it is related, whether it's monetary some grouping, whether it's some related to economic transaction, or it's some environmental cause, to make sure the basics of the topics are revised. So I hope this session was useful. Thank you very much.